If I had a little more esports money in my pocket, I would have been there.
Well, you'll get another trailer at the next E3.
Yeah,
Man. That's about Kingdom Hearts.
another trailer.
You'll get another trailer at the
sure.
next 2018. You get your annual trailer.
All right, let's see. Is Ken going to be able to conquer a player who has just been so hard for him in the past? I don't know, man. If I were a betting man, I would take Zero. That said, we say it all the time, man. In Smash 4, anything is possible.
Yes.
It's one of the best parts about this game.
Yeah, but, you know, as history shows as CEO, especially looking at last year and a little bit, you know, this year, anything can happen here. I know that's